was a tough day. I think the first half we did good. We did exactly what we wanted to do. We put ourselves in really great positions like early on. I just think that in the second half, Baltimore switched a lot of stuff up. They played different types of defenses that they did in the first half, and I think they did a really good job adjusting, kind of putting us in an awkward position.
Can you take us through your touchdown?
Yeah, I don't really remember what the play was, but I think I was just I ran my route. Oh, I do remember what it was. So I ran my route and kind of saw that Russell was kind of scrambling, and I just go back into scrambling drills, like what do I need to do to get open? Kind of like I said, it's backyard football at the end of the day. And so for me, I was kind of trying to position myself in a way to get open, and right before I was about to make a move, I saw that rush through the ball, so I kind of like turned my head around as fast as I could, and I kind of saw the ball carrying a little bit towards me, so I knew that I could try to make a play on it, and I made a play on it, and the DB didn't think that I was going to be able to get to the ball. I was able to secure the catch, get the ball in their hands to where it didn't hit the ground, and we got a touchdown.
Did you hear Earl Thomas on the field, or was he quiet?
You said what?
Did you hear Earl Thomas talking on the field, or was he quiet?
No, yeah, he was talking, not talking trash or anything. He was just talking, just getting the defense lined up, all that type of stuff. The stuff that he did in Seattle, making sure everybody knew what they were doing, knew the adjustments, all those different types of things based off of, the plays that they probably thought that we were going to run. He was trying to put everybody in a position to be able to stop what they thought that we were doing.
What's the message to DK after, a fumble like that, at the end of the game, rookie kind of first major kind of error he's made? What, I guess, did you say anything to him, or kind of what's kind of the general message?
Just told him to just keep playing. Like, at the end of the day, like, things are going to happen, and we don't have no control over things that happen. And you just got to be able to just keep on playing. Like, people are going to talk, people are going to point the finger, they're going to say whatever they want to say. But when you make a great play, guess what? They're the same people that are screaming your name, saying, good job, good catch, like, good touchdown, like, we needed you, like, all those different types of things. And so I think it's just being able to stay level-headed, just to be able to stay grounded, go back and do the work. It's the same thing that we talked about. Regardless if they praise you, just do the work. Regardless if they criticize you, do the work. If you make every single play, do the work. If you don't make every single play, do the work. But regardless, just stay true to the work, and the results are going to come. Sometimes it might not look like what we want it to look like, but if you just keep on putting the work, eventually you're going to prevail.
It's key to bouncing back from one like this for you guys.
I think the biggest thing that we could take from this game is you can't get away with everything. Like a lot of times when we play in the games, we kind of can get away with penalties. We can kind of get away a little bit with turnovers, and we still put ourselves in a situation to be able to win. But when you're playing against a team like Baltimore that's really good at being able to control the clock, they're really good at being able to get into their offense, whether it's running the ball, whether it's being conservative and throwing the ball just to be able to move the chains. When you play a team like that, especially when you're good at special teams, you can't we can't turn the ball over. We can't put ourselves in 3rd and 15 and 2nd and 20, because those things are going to not only stop our momentum, but it's going to put us in a bad place when they get back on offense, because then they're going to control the clock again.
A couple times this season, it seems like Russell Wilson's almost been throwing the ball away, and then you come back and catch it as a touchdown. What kind of chemistry have you guys developed over the years of working together, and why is it that you can almost always catch the ball he's throwing?
I think it's all about just understanding like how the quarterback thinks. Like for me, I don't look at whatever the play is being called. I don't look at that as like that's the beginning and that's the end. Like where my route finishes is not where the play is going to be over with. So as soon as I'm running my route, I'm looking back, and then I just go back to backyard football. Like I said, what do I have to do to get open? But I'm also trying to figure out what is he seeing. And so it's almost like you kind of got to have eyes in the back of your head. But sometimes you get lucky. You just go where defenders don't go. Sometimes like this game, Earl, along with other people, they were kind of waiting for it. So they started trying to run and guess and different stuff like that. And, a half a second, I was off a little bit. Like if I got to this spot a little faster, it would have been a bigger play. But like for me, sometimes you're going to have days like that where the scramble drill doesn't work as much. But other days you're going to have them to where they work to perfection. But just like I said, you just got to keep on working at it, keep on understanding how your quarterback thinks and what it is that he's trying to accomplish. But you also got to see what type of game it is. If we're dealing with a game where he has a lot of time back there, then you might need to start continuing to get open a little bit longer after the play. If you're dealing with a team that likes to do a lot of defensive pressures and he has to run for his life a little bit, then you got to hurry up and get into your routes and then start figuring out where you got to go for scramble drills.
Your coach said that Russell Wilson apologized after the game for the interception. What was your reaction to that? And is it warranted that he apologizes to the team for him?
I didn't know that.
Maybe you didn't.
I mean, like, honestly, we don't really worry about that. Like, he makes so many extraordinary plays, so we're not really worried about, like, that one play, that happened. Like, people might say that play changed the game, that play did all this other type of stuff, but at the end of the day, we still had another half. You know, it was 13-13. So it really didn't matter about that play at all. I just think that he did a great job putting us in a position to win. Like I said, like, he's a leader, like, he does everything that he needs to do. He's positive, regardless of what it looks like or regardless of what other people might think. He's the person that puts us in these great situations to be successful. He's the person that allows us to be able to have these fourth quarter comebacks, because it's that type of quarterback that you need, the mentality, all those different types of things. That's what we need to be able to continue to be great, and that's what he possesses. And so, I mean, we're human beings. Like, we make mistakes, like, we do things like that, but like, we trust him in every aspect of the game. We trust him that he's gonna make the best decision possible every single time, regardless if it's throwing, regardless if it's using his feet, regardless if it's the scramble drills. We know that whatever he does, he's gonna put us in a position to be able to win and be successful.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Tyler.